So I want to come on here because we just went through a little thing and I want to document my little observations and stuff. And I just want to document my little observations and stuff. So what I see. So yesterday evening when I posted the short with my orange kitty, we were sitting out back in the back of on the back steps of my townhome. And so we're sitting out back there. We were drinking those green smoothies. There was some dinosaur kale in the garden. And so I brought some home before and it just wilted away in my fridge. So I was like, you know what? Let me go and do this thing, and so I can let me go. I brought a bunch home today, and so I was like, let's just use some of it up. And then I cut a ripe papaya, and it was kind of I cut it. I saved a lot of the seeds because I do want to eat them later on. And then, so I blended the papaya, those dinosaur kale. I don't think it's dinosaur kale. It's a different type of kale. It's more, the dinosaur kale is more wrinkled up and more thin. And this one is kind of leafed out. The leaf is kind of big like this. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's collard green. I don't know what it is. But anyway, so I brought it home, washed it up, blended the papaya, the kale. I think it's kale. I don't know. And then some cilantro. So I blended it all up with a bottle of water. And then we went out back and we started drinking them. And I make all my kids drink it, whether they want to or not. And my kids been really good about drinking stuff like that because our bodies need the chlorophyll, whether you think it or not. But anyway, we went out back and I was just sitting there and I noticed there was a chemtrail in the sky and it was pretty big, and it was pretty big, and I was like, oh my gosh. And so anyway, I didn't think anything and I didn't even rebuke it. It was weird because I was feeling this notion of oh my gosh, I should rebuke this. And then I didn't. And now we're suffering the consequences because my daughter woke me up. It's 4:44 in the morning right now. And so my daughter wakes me up maybe about a half hour ago. And so I've just been declaring Psalm 91 over my home. I've been declaring and decreeing Psalm 91 over all the children here in South Dakota, young and old and in between. Because this is my observation. You don't have to go off nothing that I say, nothing, anything, whatever. This is just merely observation. Oh, excuse me. So last year, we moved here in October, and we live kitty corner from the public school here in this area where I live. And so, one thing I noticed is that everybody was sick. They would spray these things, and then my daughter would be so sick, throw up sick. She couldn't hold nothing down. She couldn't, I would have to sit up all night with her, and she would just be like a mess. And I'm like, what is this? Like, what is this? And then so sometimes we were late for school, so I'd have to walk her over there and then have to go into the office and go sign her in. And I'm a very I observe everything. I observe everyone. I pay attention a lot. So, but every time I would go in there, and not just from that, but like my daughter would come home and she would be like, yeah, like, a lot of kids in my class were gone today, and like, oh, the teacher was sick, or oh, this person, there was a lot of people sick today. Um, and they were even like doing like symbolism in these chemtrails. Like, I remember, where I live, it's like a long stretch, and then you have to go down like this long hill to get to like downtown. And in the sky, there was like these rectangles and like these X's and these weird symbolisms. Like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, like they're really being bold and showing out with who they represent and whatever. And but my thing is, it's crazy because like, how is it that, I don't know. I do believe in homeschooling. And then I want to get out of, so I had to run to CPS and get CPS involvement for my older son. And the real dad there, I don't know, it's just like everything is just dragging and delaying and dragging and delaying and stuff. And I would rather have him under my own household, because I believe in God, I believe in prayer, I believe in fasting, I believe in all of these things. But but his behaviors are like, I would never be able to get anything done if had I just continued on the way we were going. Like, it was nothing. It was, and but then so I had nobody to turn to, right? So I had to turn to DSS, CPS, whatever. And I feel that in order for me to do whatever I want to do, I have to like somehow get away from all of that. And I don't know how the hell I'm gonna do it. I just trust God, and I just, I don't, I feel like people have monitoring spirits, and it's nothing bad about them, but they don't even know that that's how they're operating. Like, oh, like they want to know more and all this and that. And it's not nothing about them. It's about when you obey God and you're trying to hear from God, and you're trying to like, you're not trying to run your own life. You're trying to listen to God. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. So, because the people are so used to running their own life, they don't even believe in God, but yeah.